I had a problem with my Volkswagen transmission, and I thought maybe if I showed you guys what happened to mine, it might help you. What happened was I was driving, shifting out of first to second, and it went into, well, actually, it wouldn't go into any gear at that point and would just stay in neutral. I took the transmission apart originally, just took the nose cone while it was in the car, and I saw that this was out way too far. That's for your first and second gear. And I assumed pushing it back in. Oh, also, when I took the cone off, the hockey stick was sitting right on top. So I thought, oh, easy fix. Flip it back to the bottom, and I shoved that back in. The problem was after I put everything back together, it was stuck in first. And I realized what happened was this piece had slipped off. So when I pushed this back in, it actually pressed first into gear. And of course, when I looked at it again and tried to pull it back out, at this point, I don't know if, let's see if I can do it. If I, well, can't do it with one hand. Well, at this point, when you pull this back out, or if you have it in the car and you're trying to shift, this will move back and forth, but it's not actually touching anything. So first gear just stays in first gear. And because it came, I don't know if you can see here, it came off of this little groove. It's just floating here. So all I did was push it into first, and that's where it stayed. Some people had suggested online to look through the little fill hole on the side of the transmission, and this is what I saw. And I saw that it was in first gear, and they said you can slightly pry it out, which I gave it a little force. I didn't want to break it, so I stopped. And I realize now that I have it apart that it's because when trying to pry it, this is still down and stopping it from moving. So even with trying to pry it, but now that I see what's happening, it's possible that maybe if you held this up, then pried it, it may move without having to take the whole transmission apart. Because at this moment, I can move this back as long as this is up. Now, I'm thinking, I'm not sure how this is supposed to be, but it seems like it should have maybe more spring, and that's why it's popping out. So I'm sure if I get this back in place, if I put it back where it's supposed to be, I'm sure it would work for a little while, but I'm sure it'll pop back out again because it does not seem like it's holding very well. So it might be an easy fix to hold this over, scoot this with your with a screwdriver or something, get it back into place. But I think after that, you'd have to just be real careful with it. So anyway, there's a lot of videos on how these transmissions work, but not many videos on what happens when they're not working. So I figured I'd show you this.